Welcome back everybody into another daily recap. Today is the 25th of October and we're going to do our daily recap of our usual pair gold, Bitcoin, EuroDollar and GJ. As usual, I'm going to start from gold. As you can see, after ending last week with this huge liquidity grab and the big correction that we saw on the weekly recap, we started today before in pre-London hours around the after rejection with a rejection of 1800. It was the candle was around here, and we were expecting a deeper liquidity grab at 1795 key level to then push up with safer buys above the key levels. So as you can see here, we never actually made the retest on the dot. We missed it for like 10 pips. As you can see here, London Open missed it for like 10 pips, but the price gave us a nice confirmation of this bullish run. As you can see here, so we were coming from the pre-London doing Asian session. Let me just clean it. Okay. Pre-London, London Open, makes a lower week, and just keep pushing bullish, as you can see, making a new higher low, impulsive action, always making a new higher low every time. Retest, as you can see, of the PSA and previous highs. Let me change the color. As you can see, retest of the previous highs. First reaction at the key level 1803. There's not enough liquidity for the order flow for the buys setup, so we're going to wait for New York. And during New York session, we have the order flow being created. You have a continuous bullish trend, and then you have still a reaction here at these highs, and then you have final doing New York Stock Exchange Open, a nice lower wick, break and retest of the key level, and then continuation up for around 70 pips. After that, the volume pretty much died, and the price just started ranging through the day. So what we got was we never got the high risk, high reward buys, but the buys above 1803 worked out for like 70 pips as per analysis, which was even above 1800. So here, as you can see, the break and retest of 1800. Because here there is, it's just that on these 1800, as you can see, was like exactly at London. New York Open makes a lower week and then continuation up for like from 1800 is exactly 95 pips. Let's jump into Bitcoin. There you go. Bitcoin, we were around here. We had during the weekend, we had multiple taps of 60k, huge demand area, as you can see, multiple reaction, multiple rejections, and buy orders being filled. That's why today, what I was expecting was either sells below the key level or a bounce and then continuation up bullish. This is exactly what happened, and we're going to see it on the lower time frame, as you can see. So coming from Asian session, we made these highs. We were above the key level. As you can see here, even if you never got the exactly 61,700, you identify that price is not breaking above, below, and you have a break and retest of the next PPL 62 flat, break and retest, break and retest, break and retest of safer buys 62,500, and then continuation up. As scalpers, if you don't hold this range, you can still identify that price here bounces again from the medium risk area and gives you further opportunity for buys. Here you get out, you see here, you see again a correction, still failing to break the PSA, the demand area as well, and you can take other buys here. Because price just went to revisit those previous highs at 63,750 on the dot. And after that, big correction. There you go. Again at 6750. So overall, the buys played out for like 100 pips here, safer 50 pips, 70 pips, 100 pips again from the PSA charted from the morning. Let's go on. You can see really nice bounce. This was a huge PSA, 63,750. You can see the highs on the left, the lows on the left. Very, very important PSA. We just had now a bounce from again, as you can see, 70 pips from the same exactly price point. Let's go on EuroDollar. Okay, I was expecting a reaction at these 1670, but instead we got a reaction slightly below here and immediate rejection for around from 70 to 50 pips. As you can see here, we had the reaction at these previous highs. Okay, let me just fix it. Okay, again, we had already a resistance here. We had multiple taps, one tap, two taps. You already saw that there was another one before. And then you see the vacuum candle, the last rejection of the price, and then just price reinstating a very bearish price action, break and retest of the key level, or the block being created, and then break and retest of these previous lows. This was the PSA of reference, making into new lows at 1.15900. that we have a small correction, but just ranging. So on EuroDollar, what we got was high risk, high reward. And here, the medium risk, and also the safer below 1.1608 for like 17 pips. Let's go on GJ. Morning analysis was not respected, or was expecting from here liquidity grab and then bounce and continuation up. What we got was a liquidity grab one level before, so 20 pips above 156.100, and then continuation up. But if we go on the lower time frame, we see that the rejection that was expected here fails to break above 56.800, which was exactly here. During London session is exactly what happened. We saw that coming from yen strength, we had London Open gaining strength but making a double top at 56.800, and then another much clearer break and retest of the exact PSA that was charted from the previous weeks, and giving you sells, break and retest of the next PPL, and then not grabbing liquidity all the way down, but still giving you 60 pips of range of sells. After that, what we got was just some ranging, smaller and smaller range, as you can see. No volume left. Very interesting move on Bitcoin. I don't know if there is any news about it. No big news so far. But as you can see, Bitcoin can do these things. Last thing was the dollar index. As you can see, we are keeping the bullish action. We reacted exactly at the PSA as expected, and we got today a nice bounce up above this previous PSA. You can see, and we are now ranging above here. But looks like we can still, if we fail to break here, still range until November and then go bullish again. This is it, guys, for today. See you tomorrow.